Welcome to Your Health. I'm your host, Rhonda Alfred, and joining me on this episode is Michelle Briceno, a registered dietitian with Terrebonne General Weight Management. Today we're going to be discussing how to set those New Year's resolutions and eating healthy for the new year. Welcome to the show, Michelle.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Michelle, tell us a little bit more about yourself and your role at Terrebonne General.
So I am a registered dietitian with the Weight Management Center. I'm also a board-certified obesity and weight management specialist.
Okay, and only one of a few.
I'm one of now 4 in the state.
Well, we're so lucky to have you. All right, well, healthy eating is so important, and we all need new tips and tricks. So let's talk about how can a healthy diet improve someone's health in the new year?
So it used to be that doctors would say, oh, this is your BMI and you need to be in a certain weight range. But now we know that even just losing 5 to 7% of your current weight today can make significant improvements, not only on your weight, but also in your health, like blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugars.
So what advice would you give to people embarking on a weight loss goal in the new year?
For those people who think that you have to go like all or none, it's not the best option. So we usually say find something that you know is an obvious issue in your diet, make a very small change. And when you have a handle on that, then make small changes from there.
Okay, like eating less sugar.
You drink a soda with every single meal. So either switch to a diet drink or maybe once a day or twice a day instead of 3 times a day. That little change can make a significant difference.
Okay, baby steps, right?
Correct.
So in your experience, I know everyone's making New Year's resolutions, but how successful are people when they do make a resolution at this time of the year?
So kind of referring back to the other question, it really just depends. So if you go from eating fast food with every meal to eating boiled chicken and veggies come the beginning of the year, it's not very sustainable because it's not something you enjoy. So when you make a purposeful effort to make those changes that you know are bad habits in moderation and slowly build on that, then I have much more success with patients.
Okay, and what advice would you give to someone trying to manage their weight for the first time?
Be gentle with yourself. So especially if you're in the gym, you'll see fluctuations with weight. It's common for men and women to have fluctuations through the day. And a lot of people are tied to a scale. And so they only base what they're doing based on what the scale says and not how they feel or what they're doing or if they're able to, accomplish more physical activity. And so we want to use what we call non-scale victories, not necessarily the scale.
Okay, and you mentioned the gym. How does exercise play a role in weight?
So when we look at weight, we usually say it's an 80-20. 80% is your diet and 20% is truly physical activity. So we want to make sure that you are being conscious of your weight. When I go to some of the schools in the area, I do an activity with Skittles where I make them run in place for as long as they can. And every minute of running in place is the equivalent of 1 Skittle. So it just goes to show you that what you eat matters a lot more than how much physical activity. You can't outrun your diet.
Wow, okay, very important. And so how can people incorporate their favorite foods into their diet with a healthy version?
So I never say cut out anything out of your diet. I usually want to add foods that are healthier foods. So for instance, if you wanted to have pizza on Friday night, instead of eating half of a pizza, we want to make sure that we're following more of the plate method where half of your plate is vegetables and then the other portion is your pizza. So that way we're incorporating a lot more healthier, low-calorie options with those things we like.
Okay, that's an easy way to do it. So what can you tell us about when you have cravings and temptations and giving into those temptations?
So always follow the serving size. So if the serving is half of a cup of ice cream, fix yourself to half a cup. Whereas before you probably would have had half of a pint. That right there is a significant difference in calories. And then increase the volume of the foods in things that are lower calorie. So if you're eating ice cream at night, half a cup of ice cream, maybe 2 cups of strawberries. Because the volume will be there to keep you full without all the extra calories.
Okay. All right. What tips do you have for us when dining out? How can you make healthier choices to align with your goals?
So we've heard all the common ones like add vegetables with your meal, share a meal with someone, get a to-go box, all of those. Those are all great options. But when you are there and you're around friends and family, you don't make those options or those choices. Most restaurants in the U.S. have nutrition information available for you. I usually say if you can, go ahead of time on the nutrition website. On their website, and there's a calculator where you can actually estimate how much your favorite food is, and then it'll let you customize it to make healthier choices, like taking cheese off of a burger or taking the mayo off a burger, and it'll show you how much of a calorie difference it'll do for you, where you can still enjoy what you want, but with slight modifications.
Right, that's not so drastic.
Correct.
All right, so what unique role can you play at the Weight Management Center in helping someone to start a New Year's resolution and to keep it?
Yeah, so we do everything from just general health conditions like blood pressure, cholesterol, prediabetes, and also weight loss. We kind of find you where you're at currently. So we want to know your level, what you're doing currently. How do we make those little changes? And it's not such a, 0 to 60 kind of adjustment. And then as you get better, then we increase those things as possible. So we work with you individually.
Okay, and you are the best weight management program around, right?
Yes, we are.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, so how can someone schedule an appointment with you?
They can call our office or they can find us on the Terrebonne General website.
All right, well, thank you so much for sharing those tips. Hopefully everybody will be successful this year.
Yeah, thank you.
For more information on Terrebonne General Weight Management, visit tghealthsystem.com. I'm your host, Rhonda Alford. Thanks so much for joining us on To Your Health, and we'll see you right back here next week.